Hi, I'm Cynthia Letsch with Letsch Law Firm. I've done a lot of videos, and this video is intended specifically for the person who is either married or not married, but has adult children and plans for everything to either go to your spouse, and if you and your spouse go at the same time, then to go to your adult children. So the planning tool that is most commonly used in that situation is called a revocable living trust. This is a really flexible document. You are your own trustee. You get to say who's the trustee if you become incapacitated. You get to say who's the trustee after you die. You can transfer assets into your trust. You can take assets out of your trust. And your trust takes the place of your living will. So it says who gets what when you die. Then when you die, the person who is the trustee has the authority to manage those trust assets. And if all of your probate triggers, things that would otherwise cause you to have to go to the court and ask for somebody to have legal authority to transfer your assets, if all of those all of those triggers have been managed, then you don't need to go through that public process of probate, and that's our goal, is to avoid probate. That's what the total goal of a revocable living trust is to avoid probate. And we're going to make these revocable living trusts available to you without having to come into our office. And the reason we're doing this is because there is recommendation that we avoid social contact with each other, and so we're trying to make this as easy as we can for people. The process is much less expensive than if you were to come in the office and do full-blown estate planning, which takes a couple of meetings. But if you meet these criteria and your needs are fairly simple, then you really don't need that anyway. So the cost, if you're wondering, the cost of this trust is going to be $950, which is about, well, it's less than half of what it would be if you come into the office for full-blown estate planning. And the way it will work, if you would like a revocable living trust, is that you would contact us through our web address, and our website is www.letchlawfirm.com. Click the Contact Us button and send us your name, address, phone number, and email address, and let us know that you would like a revocable living trust. What then will happen is we will create a case for you, and you'll get an email letting you know your case has been created, and to create your login credentials, your password, and your login ID. And once you've done that, we will invoice you for the trust. So you'll get a request for payment. You can pay us online, or you can mail us a check, and when we get your payment, you'll receive another communication from us asking you for the names, identities of all the people who are going to be in your trust. So that's you, your spouse if you have one, the people who are going to be the trustees after you, and the names of all of your beneficiaries and charitable entities if you have any charitable bequests. We'll create the names file, and then someone will also contact you and schedule you for a 1-hour attorney phone conference. So your phone conference will be with an attorney, but it will be not live in our office, so there's no in-person contact. And the attorney can give you advice on whether or not this is the appropriate estate planning tool for you. And of course, if we determine it's not, then we'll refund your money. And if it is, then we'll move forward and create your estate planning documents for you. We'll bind them and send you the original estate planning documents, which are on special paper, and I'll have a fancy staple job so no one can take a page out and substitute it for something else. And we'll give you a photocopy of it so that you can photocopy it and give it to whoever you want to. We'll also include the signing instructions for you that explain to you how to get your document signed appropriately so that it has legal effect. So all of this is done without you having to come to the office, and hopefully we're meeting the immediate needs that you have right now. We look forward to hearing from you. This is Cynthia Letsch at Letsch Law Firm.